Hello, I'm Nadia Vilda. I'm a 7th semester student in International Business Management in Vilda University. Now I'm in my final year, which means that I have to start thinking what I have learned in these past 3 years and whether I'm ready or not to enter the real business world. As one of Professor Dr. Casey Chan's students, I would like to share my knowledge and experiences to enter the real business world. Before starting this presentation, I would like to open it with a quote by John C. Maxwell, which sounds, "To grow yourself, you must know yourself." In this presentation, I would like to use action learning equation by Professor Dr. Casey Chan as my framework to explain more about myself and my future career plan. For what, it is for the holistic thinking about myself. For why, it is for the critical thinking about why I need to know myself. And for the system thinking, there are three, which are: who am I going to be, when will I achieve it, and how will I achieve it. However, my plan could go right or wrong, therefore I need to know where it could go right or wrong. And after knowing all of this, I can know how much should I improve. Let's start from what? I will use this diagram to assess self-awareness, relationship management, and self-management to develop myself. There are three things to observe, which are individual competence, team capacity, and also organizational capability. Let's start from the first level, which is individual competence. It consists of Big 5 personality test, entrepreneur GET test, and also learning style. Starting from the first test, which is the learning style, based on this test, I'm a reflector and theories. I'm a reflector because I always prepare, observe, and think before taking any action. However, I like to compare and contrast my decision with the available thesis. Therefore, I score quite high in theories because I take a step back and look at the bigger perspective, and I'm also tend to be objective. Moving on to the second test, which is the entrepreneur GET test. It shows that I score quite high in drive and determination, which is in line with the first test that defines me as a reflector. However, I tend to lack on creativity. With the high score in drive and determination, I assume that my result is equal to the efforts that I have given. And I need to improve more on my creative tendency. The index contains lots of criteria. However, I choose these three because I believe that these are the things that I need to improve. Moving on to the last test, which is the Big 5 personality test. Based on this test, I score high in consciousness and agreeableness. I score high in consciousness because I'm honest and hardworking and also organized. And the second high score is agreeableness. It defines that I'm polite and like people. Moving on to the second level, which is the team capacity, it consists of Belpin's 9 team roles. Based on Belpin's 9 team roles, I'm an implementer, a coordinator, and a team worker and a specialist. Here I break it down to each role. As an implementer, I need to plan a strategy, and as a coordinator, I need to focus on the team's objective. And as a team worker, I need to help the team to gel, and as a specialist, I bring in the top knowledge of a key area of the team. Proceed to the third level, which is the organization capability. It consists of leadership self-assessment. Based on this task, I'm high in communicating, facilitating ethical conduct, negotiating, and leading teams. Here I break it down to each skill. Starting from communicating, I'm needed to get a point across the members. And for the facilitating ethical conduct, I'm needed to ensure that the ethical practices are carried out. And for the negotiating, I'm needed to manage relationship and positive outcomes within the members. And for the leading chains, I'm needed to display initiative and manage and implement change. However, I score quite low in setting direction and motivating and inspiring. Therefore, I need to improve these two. Based on these 5 tasks, I'm now in the second level, which is the contributing team member. Thus, I need to develop myself to achieve the highest level as the professional C coach. Understanding the 3 levels won't be enough.
Therefore, I need to choose 4 key attributes which I believe are caring, honest, loyal, and also organized. After knowing more about myself through holistic thinking, now I need to think critically on why I need all of these 5 tests. I will assess my critical thinking using 5 whys. The first why is, why do I need to discover my individual competence? It is to know my specialization and become a highly capable individual. And why is my self-awareness vital? It is to understand myself and improve to my learning style and contribute to the team based on my role. And why is self-discovery passport to the future? It is to prepare myself to face the upcoming challenges as I achieve higher steps. And why is self-development meaningful? It's to be an effective leader who is able to develop themselves and the members. And the last why is, why do I need to achieve the 5 level of leadership? Because like I have mentioned before, I want to be a professionalistic coach who is able to develop others and to become a potential leaders. Now, the next question will be, who am I going to be? Before going further on defining who am I going to be, here are my vision, mission, and values. The first one is value. These values will be my foundation on taking steps on my life. The first one is integrity, because I believe that honesty and accountability on what I do in my life will define myself. The second one is hard work, because I believe that by working hard, I could achieve my goals. The last one is open-minded, because I believe that by being an open-minded, I will be able to continuously improve myself. After knowing my values, I will describe my vision, which is to provide accessible and acceptable services to the customers worldwide and to build trust and positive impacts to people around. Therefore, to achieve my mission, I built a mission to be a chief marketing officer in a multinational company in hospitality industry in Bali. And I stated previously, I want to be a chief marketing officer, and to know better of this position, here are the job description of a chief marketing officer. There are requirements to be a chief marketing officer. I have the first level of the requirements, which are intelligence, personality trait, and interests and motives. Therefore, I need to gain more on knowledge, experience, and skills to be a successful chief marketing officer. And I believe that IBM, my future companies, family, friends, lecturers, especially Professor Dr. Casey Chan, will be the people who are going to support me to be able to achieve my vision. Moving on to the next question, which is, when will I achieve my goal? The time frame will be the next year, the third year, the next 5th year, and the next 10 year. In 2018, I will get my bachelor degree in International Business Management in Petra Christian University. I will finish my internship program, then I will work as a marketer in a multinational company in Surabaya. In 2020, I will get an MBA degree in Integrated Marketing Communication in Northwestern University. In 2022, I will work at a multinational company in hospitality industry in US to gain experiences. And in 2027, I will work as a marketing manager in a multinational company in hospitality industry in Bali. And I will have a family. To complete the steps toward my goals, here I am using GOD diagram. For the target, I will stick to the aforementioned plans for each year. For the objective, I will have to have a continuous improvement in career and personal development. And for the goal, I have to become a chief marketing officer in a multinational company in hospitality industry. Moving on to the last system thinking, which is, how will I achieve my goal? So, I'm using this IPO diagram to plan my future. My goal is to be a chief marketing officer, and to achieve that goal, I'm using this building block of competence as my input. I am a caring, honest, loyal, and organized. And I have hardworking, flexible, polite, enthusiast as my personality trait. And I also have passion in hospitality and marketing. While I will be the International Business Management graduate and have experiences in exchange program, internship, and also organizational. Therefore, it will help me to achieve my competence to become a chief marketing officer. To execute this, I will use project diagram to process the input. And here is the breakdown of the project diagram. I will take one of example. It is the second one, which is get an MBA degree in integrated marketing communication in Northwestern University, and the cost needed to execute this is $66,462. After executing it, I have to monitor and control it using KPI. There are 3 indicators that I will use as my KPI, which are MBA degree in marketing, job acceptance, and also salary. For the MBA degree, I will get an MBA degree in one of the top university in the US, and for the job acceptance, I will get a job in marketing position in one of the multinational companies in Surabaya in the next year, and I will get a job in a multinational company in hospitality industry in US directly upon my MBA graduation. And for the salary, I will receive my first salary at least 15% more than the minimum base pay, and I will receive 10 times of the minimum base pay upon returning from US to Indonesia. And to conclude the IPO diagram, to achieve my goal as a chief marketing officer, as input, I will use building blocks of competence to integrate my strategy. And to execute my plan, I will use the project diagram to implement my strategy. And however, after I have achieved my goal, I still have to monitor my performance using the 3 indicators of KPI to optimize the strategy. However, developing myself won't be easy. My plan could go either right or wrong. Therefore, this diagram will help me to explain where it goes right and wrong. For the first 3 diagrams, which are insight, motivation, and also knowledge and skills, are the part where it goes right. It is because I absorb and learn everything I need in order to execute my plan. Therefore, it can be said that my input is bigger than my output. For the next 2 diagrams, which are real-world application and accountability, are the part where it goes wrong. It can happen because there are external factors other than myself that can affect my plan. Thus, it can be said that in order to achieve the output, I need to process my plan. However, there are variables that might make my output not equal to my expected output. Therefore, a contingency plan is important. The next will be where have I learned and applied in IPM. The things that I have learned as an IPM student are time management, holistic thinking, and also continuous learning. I could give examples of where have I applied my knowledge and skills. Those are seminar international business, on-the-job training, and also organizational experiences. These experiences require the things that I have learned and mentioned previously. After knowing all of this, it is important to know how much should I improve using the lateral thinking. Here, I will use onion diagram, which will be broken down to each layer. For the first layer, which is the stamina power or rejuvenate, it could be enhanced through a lifelong action learning to excel, which will improve, integrate, and implement. For the second layer, which is the communicative power or redesign, it could be enhanced to connection networks by expanding it. For the third layer, which is expert power and reinvent, it could be enhanced through the building blocks of competence to improve creativity. And for the next layer, it is adaptive power or redesign, that it could be enhanced through management, leadership, entrepreneurship to improve my leading skills. And for the fifth layer, which is response power or redefine, it could be enhanced the output by improving the strategy used. And for the last layer, which is the execution power or re-engineer, it could be executed by the strategy using the gathered input to have the expected output. Before closing this presentation, I would like to quote Howard Schultz, the executive chairman of Starbucks, that said, "Dream more than others think practical, expect more than others think possible, and care more than others think wise."
To conclude this presentation, I've explained about my experiences, my knowledge, and my future plan and how will I achieve it. In IBM, I have learned a lot of things, especially from Professor Dr. Kisichan, that has started me to think holistically to enter the real business world. Therefore, in this opportunity, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Kisichan that has taught me this whole semesters. Thank you!